Well, they say most television series only get 7 or 8 seasons before they become stale, but the SSL clearly doesn't follow that rule because we're about to start season 14 and we're still going strong. Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and as you might guess, we're kicking off season 14 in the major division today with match day 1. Last season saw Reykjavik United win their 3rd consecutive majors title. Will they be able to defend that crown, or will one of the other teams in the majors be able to unseat them at long last? Those questions will be answered beginning today, beginning with this very match. And in this opening match, we see Buenos Aires taking on AC Romana. Of course, Buenos Aires having a bit of a rocky recent history, but hoping to make amends for last season. As AC Romana, they will no doubt have benefited from the strong showing of their minor division affiliate, Inter London, in last season's campaign. It is Romana who got us started, going left to right in the purple and gold. Buenos Aires there in the red, white, and black shorts. There's Enrivier, Q, but dispossessed and taken by Van der Sloot. Smart now for Romana. Dives in a lot, bringing it forward. Dives in a lot, a member of that minors winning London team last season. Has been called up for this season. Here's Pinkman to Q, who makes a run. Q fires off the crossbar. First chance going Romana's way there. Not a bad opportunity, but could not get the shot on target. Here is DeFleur with the corner. And it looks like it got to Dives in a lot's head, but once again, a little higher than was required. Tali now with the free kick for Buenos Aires. Here is Harrison. Passing back to Van der Sloot. Cutting past Jerry, but Q there to mop up and send back to Elmas the Heretic and goal. And now Romana coming forward again. Here's Fallon DeFleur sending it long, looking for Pinkman. Headed down by Lindbo. Buenos Aires, there is Panda. Into Bradford. And Smart there to block it and send it behind for a corner. Buenos Aires, of course, finished last in the majors this season as Van der Sloot sends it to Tali. And now Panda. Panda dispossessed by Pinkman, who sends it long. Finds Jerry. And nothing doing. In any case, Buenos Aires did finish last in the majors last season. We'll be hoping to rectify that this time around. Meanwhile, Romana with a 5th place finish. Certainly, they will be hoping to aim a little bit higher this season. But that is, of course, the beauty of the new season. Everyone starts at 0 points, as Kimoatu cuts through the line here. And it looked like they were going to take a shot, but it's deflected out into touch for a throw-in. As we near halftime, neither side finding the breakthrough just yet. Here is Nunez, though. Roma finds Jerry. Jerry tips his shot over the bar. And of course, in this Romana formation, in this Romana lineup, a lot of players from that London team. Of course, Romana and London sharing an organization as that pass from the floor is cut out. Here is Bradford on the edge of the box. Forces a diving save out of the Heretic. And will be a Buenos Aires corner. Brooks Pictron will take. Finds Tally at the edge of the box. Back to Brooks Pictron. And Brooks Pictron ruled offside there. And it is halftime, and both sides still looking for that breakthrough. Romana certainly have had some of the better chances as judged by their XG advantage, but should be noted, have not had a shot on target yet. Meanwhile, Buenos Aires' chances, though fewer, seem to be a little closer to their target. Be very interesting to see what adjustments, if any, are made during this halftime break to see if one side can find that advantage that could tip this game. Buenos Aires kick us off in the second half. Bradford. Vandersloot plays it to Knight, but it's sent out by Romana. Will be a deep throw in for Buenos Aires. Knight to Bruxpatron. Challenged by Kimo Atu, but Lind there to get to it. Knight into Vandersloot, but forced outside. There's Tali. Tali from a very tight angle. Imo Tali has found that breakthrough for Buenos Aires within a minute of the second half. This was some very, very opportunistic passing here from Buenos Aires on the edge of the box. Tali with an excellent finish to get it past both Smart and the Heretic. That is an extremely tight angle to fire from. And Buenos Aires taking an important lead, and it just gets worse for Romana as Pascal Endevier is forced off from injury. Now we have the best medical staff here in the SSL. He'll be back for the next match, but for the time being, Romana will surely feel his absence. One of, if not their best player, as Bradford can't quite bring it in, but the referee has given a penalty. Dives in a lot, is booked, and it will be Lind to take the kick. And puts it past the Heretic. Henrik Lind with a textbook spot kick, does a little jig to celebrate. It was a very tight call on the penalty, but certainly Buenos Aires will take that. And it is 2-0, Buenos Aires with the lead over Romana. And surely this is a statement of intent. This season will be different, is their hope. They will be hoping to no longer be at the foot of the standings, to challenge perhaps Reykjavik United for that league title. As 5 minutes remain, Buenos Aires, very good at value for this 2-0 lead here. 4 minutes of added time. It is Romana with a corner. They might be able to claw one back. It is Jerry to take. Sending it in. It's headed clear. Finds Jerry again, though. Pinkman fires from the edge of the box, but nothing doing. Here is Roma. And Tali intercepts the back pass, and now Buenos Aires could have been on the break there, but instead the pass back to Lind, and time starting to expire. Header in, claimed by almost the Heretic. Time very much at a premium here. Ref could blow the whistle at any second as Buenos Aires come forward again. But that move snuffed out by Romana. But it will not matter, for Buenos Aires have taken an important 2-0 victory here on opening day. It was a very tense first half, neither side really finding the breakthrough, really finding that moment of quality. But then just after the break, Imo Tali, who will walk away with Player of the Match honors, finishing from that incredibly tight angle, and then that penalty put away with aplomb by Henrik Lind. That is what gave Buenos Aires the advantage on this day. Pascal Ennevier, the Romana captain, succumbing to injury, being forced off. You have to wonder if that played a role in this defeat for Romana, losing their leader like that. But nevertheless, it is a 2-0 victory to Buenos Aires, and given how the last campaign went, they will absolutely be relishing that victory. Next up on today's slate, it is Tokyo SC versus União Sao Paulo. Tokyo starting with a 4-2-4, a very attacking lineup. Some lethal attackers in that, and likewise Sao Paulo matching them with a 4-2-4 of their own. It looked to me like the Sao Paulo midfielders perhaps sitting a little bit deeper than Tokyo's. We'll have to see how that plays in. Whether that will help them mark the attacking players of Tokyo, time will tell. It is Tokyo who get us started in orange from right to left. Visser on the far side, dribbling past opposition. Tried to find Kaido, but was broken up by that Sao Paulo defense. Greer will take this corner for Tokyo. Tries to find Sky Rise, and Sky Rise heads home from the corner. And in very quick fashion, Tokyo SC are up 1-0 on Sao Paulo. Well, we saw last year the increased effectiveness of set pieces. So many teams using those set pieces as an important tool in their arsenal. And today, it seems there's no exception. Although Cortez forces a save out of Rube, and now Sao Paulo with a corner of their own. Brisky will take. Trying to find, looked like Mayhem there. Couldn't quite get there. Lever to Mayhem. Back into Brisky. And now Lexington. But Lexington's pass cut out by Liang Kwai. But yes, set pieces, such an important part of the modern game. And we've seen why right there. Here is Rise, the goal scorer. Visser. Dribbling up the far flank. Tried to find Kwai, but had it over the bar. Newman nicking the ball off of Kennedy, but headed clear. Now is Lever bringing it forward. Back to Ramirez. Brisky on the near wing. Contesting by Adama. Papadopoulos fired right at Rube. And it's forced behind. Newman with the corner. And it's headed clear by the defense. Liang Kwai intercepting that pass from Neslihan Genkal. And now Tokyo come forward. Arflat sending it long. It settles with Sao Paulo. Papadopoulos sending it back to Ramirez in midfield. Here's Brisky on the near wing. Gets past Kwai. Into Ramirez. Ramirez looking for a pass. Finds it to Cortez. Cortez puts it past Dabi Rube. And Isabella Cortez has equalized for Sao Paulo. And some very smart passing by this Sao Paulo team. Brisky with the run past Kwai. Ramirez finding just that pocket of space, and Cortez right there, right where they needed to be. And it is all square here in Tokyo. Brisky now for Sao Paulo. But Kwai there to pick up the loose dribble. Forced back. Here is Soderberg. Damu inside to Greer, who crosses it to the other side to Visser. Visser finds the through ball to Rise, and it's forced behind by Barflett for the corner. Kaido will send it in. Can't quite find a friendly head, and Rise did get to it in the end, but it was Barflett who managed to claim it before the damage was done. Visser to Soderberg. Soderberg shoots! And Barflett with another good save, and it's another corner for Tokyo. Kaido sends the ball in. It's in the air. And Brisky sends it clear, only as far as Hood. Kaido forces another good save out of Barflett. Now on the other side, it is Greer to send this one in. Finds the head of Hood, who puts it over the bar. Well, it's very end-to-end stuff, this. Most of Tokyo's threat coming from set pieces, whereas Sao Paulo being the more threatening from open play. It's a very fascinating tactical battle, 30 minutes in. Ramirez finds the through ball for Papadopoulos. Rude came out to claim it, but Papadopoulos put it past him. And Sao Paulo have taken the lead on 32 minutes. Ramirez finding the pass to Papadopoulos, who controlled it with his head. Takes some incredible skill to do that. Bobby Roode came out rather aggressively and was punished for it. Kennedy now nicking the ball off of Sao Paulo's attack, but to no avail as Ramirez comes forward now. Mayhem back to Ramos. Sao Paulo patient in the build-up, playing it amongst their defense here, looking for the ideal angle. They've been so good in the build-up today. Cortez finds Brisky, closed down by 2. Tried to square it to Papadopoulos, but it was blocked off just in time. As we near halftime, Tokyo, despite having that initial corner goal, will trail here at the half, thanks to some very good play from Sao Paulo. Some incredible chances created. And it remains to be seen whether Sao Paulo can hold on to this lead or if Tokyo can reclaim their advantage. It's a very fascinating match, this. And we'll see coming out of the break what adjustments will be made to either side in an attempt to gain the upper hand here. It will be Sao Paulo starting us off in the white, going right to left. Ramirez to Papadopoulos. Long ball to Newman. Now finds Genkal, who releases Mayhem. Lever, back center to Ramirez. And Genkal had a shot from distance, but it was always rising. Brisky with the long free kick into the box. That's headed clear, and now Torres gets onto the end of it for Tokyo. Visser challenged by Genkal, and Mayhem cuts out the pass intended for Shinji Kaido. Barflett trying to send it long, but Rise there to get to it. A bit of a header battle developing here, and ultimately Sao Paulo win it. Papadopoulos, now Mayhem brings the ball forward. Rise trying to challenge. Mayhem. And Lever brought down by Kennedy in the box. And that will be a penalty to Sao Paulo. It will be Newman to take. And Jeff Newman has put Sao Paulo up by 2 goals. Well, despite going down early on, Sao Paulo have taken this game by the scruff of its neck and have asserted their dominance over Tokyo SC here. Tokyo really needing a moment of brilliance to come back from this. Soderberg goes down in the box, but the ref says play on as Sao Paulo come forward. Here is Cortez. Cortez dispossessed by Greer, though, who sends it long. Mayhem there to claim it, but Rise trying to poke it away. Mayhem just about keeping it in bounds. Genkal to Newman. Back to Genkal. Something brewing here for Sao Paulo. Cortez fires and pushed behind by Rube. It will be Brisky to take the corner for Sao Paulo. Sent in, and Rube claims it. Mayhem now. Cutting inside to the box. Back to Levere. And it's forced behind again. Sao Paulo very much in the ascendancy in this match. As Newman takes another corner. And it's headed into the air. Now Tokyo with a throw deep in Sao Paulo's defensive third. But it's very quickly come to nothing. Sao Paulo once again regain possession and start building up their next attack. Although Soderberg dispossessing. It lands with Kawhi. Dribbling past Cortez and shoots into the side netting. There's a moment of brilliance from Kawhi, but ultimately nothing came of it. Barflat now sending it long. It lands at the feet of Adamu. Kawhi finds Torres. Inside to Soderberg, but the first touch was poor. Cortez now for Sao Paulo. Inside to Ramirez. Levere finds the through ball to Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos forces another save out of Dabi Rube. And here is Newman with yet another corner for Sao Paulo. Greer has sent it clear. As just over 20 minutes remain, Tokyo's options and time are running out fast. Kawhi's dribble poor as Cortez able to get there and dispossess. Mayhem up the near wing. Contested by Sky Rise, but sends a long ball, although there for Tokyo. That was a dangerous pass. Newman almost got onto the end of it. Tokyo playing with fire here with these passes back to the keeper. Newman there marauding, looking for a mistake, and just found one. Pass back to Cortez, who shoots from distance and makes Tokyo pay. Well, that right there is an exercise in hubris, if you ask me. Some very good passing from Tokyo, to be sure, but Newman was there looking to pounce on a mistake and finally found one, poking the ball to Cortez, who unleashed an absolute howitzer from distance. And that is going to be a very, very deep hole to come back from, especially with 10 minutes to play. Well, they had the first goal, but then conceded 4 unanswered. Tokyo with the corner here through Shinji Kaido is ultimately claimed by Barflat. It's a complete performance from Sao Paulo today. As for Tokyo, well, they'll be hoping to go back to the drawing board after this, I would imagine. as Visser coming up the near wing here, hoping to close this gap slightly. There is Rise, who fires just wide of the far post. Visser, ball into Kaido. Kaido shoots, and it's over the bar. They haven't been lacking for chances necessarily. They just haven't been able to make them pay, Tokyo. As here comes Torres. And now Skyrise. Trying to dribble past Mayhem. Low cross into the box. Kaido forcing a save out of Barflett. It will be a late corner taken here by Greer. Crosses in, but it only meets white shirts. Now Kennedy fires from range, but Barflett there to catch it. Newman with the corner for Sao Paulo, and Rube there to pluck it out of the sky. But even though 3 minutes of stoppage time remain, it's more than likely not enough for Tokyo to claim a result from this match. Sao Paulo have been at it more or less from the word go here, despite conceding in the second minute off of a corner. As here is Kennedy, finds the through ball to Kaido. Kaido puts it in the top corner of the net. Well, it's a consolation goal, and it will shorten the deficit from 3 goals to 2, but it won't change the result of what's happened here, although it was a very good pass by Kennedy to Kaido and a very tight angle to finish from. See here on the replay, Kaido just onside, timing the run perfectly, and an excellent finish. Well, ultimately, it doesn't matter as much as I'm sure Kaido would have liked. Still a very impressive goal. Now Sao Paulo playing in amongst themselves here. Lever to Ramirez. Back to Ramos. Lever. Forward. Papadopoulos. Finds Mayhem. Mayhem in a lot of space. Shoots. And Rube claims it. Now Lexington. Trying to find Cortez. Back to Lexington, into Lever. And that is going to be the final whistle. Well, Tokyo came out of the blocks hot, scoring in the second minute off of a corner kick. But from then on, it was all Sao Paulo. Simply dominated the match. And even though the scoreline looks not, let's just say the match seemed a lot less even than the scoreline would suggest, and that's with a 2-goal deficit taken into account. An excellent performance from Sao Paulo. Isabella Cortez, the player of the match, with 2 goals. Sidney Ramirez there with 2 assists, certainly adding to that performance. A very strong start for Sao Paulo. Tokyo looking to go back to the drawing board after that. Now we move on to match 3, and we see, for the first time this season, the defending champs taking the field as Reykjavik United look to kick off their campaign for a 4th consecutive SSL Major Division Championship against Hollywood FC, who finished 7th last year and who are undergoing a bit of a youth movement at the moment, but in terms of the entire Hollywood Capstat organization, with double-digit picks in the most recent SSL prospect draft. This is a team that is going to be building around its young players for some time to come. Whether that translates to immediate success in major and minor divisions, or whether it will take several seasons to come to fruition, remains to be seen. Although it should be pointed out, Closa there starting the game for Hollywood in the white and gold, left to right. Klose was one of the players picked by Hollywood in this draft, so that gives you an idea of just how much they seem to be leaning on those younger players. As for Reykjavik United, we saw them recently in the SSL Shield against Inter London, the team that beat them in the final of the season 13 SSL Cup. As here is Casual on the edge of the box to Possible. Some very quick passing from this Reykjavik team, and it's out for a throw in. We saw this Reykjavik team as Muffin sends a free kick in, but it's held by Sterling. Reykjavik scoring 7 goals against Inter London in that Shield, in the Shield matchup earlier this week. As Possible to Andrews, forces the save out of Hall. Goddamn, tried to find Casual, instead looked to find Chicken. Casual ruled offside though. This Reykjavik team has a reputation, and with good reason, as that 7-1 victory over Inter London in the Shield proved. Certainly any doubts that might have crept in after that loss in the SSL Cup final perhaps were dispelled with that Shield victory. As Chicken sends in the free kick, tried to find Casual. It's in the air and it's eventually headed clear by Letitia. Here is the diver. Andrews, who has picked up a knock, it would seem. Now Reykjavik being forced back slightly. Chicken now with the free kick finds Andrews at the edge of the box. Yore forces a save out of Hall. Here's Andrews again as we near halftime. Andrews, and it's headed clear, although only as far as another player. Chicken and Dexter Hall with another good save on Furious Chicken, who will take this corner. Andrews again at the end of the box. Finds Jean-Claude Goddamn, but fires well wide. And it has been Reykjavik thus far with most of the notable chances. We'll have to see whether that keeps up, although Hollywood have yet to concede here, and we do near halftime. Certainly a resolute performance from Hollywood here, as Possible come forward. Into Andrews, Yore had the shot, but ultimately blocked, and now Hall claiming. And now a corner for Hollywood as we near the end of stoppage time. Letitia sends it in. Balls to Muller. Klose. Lovrich to Valor. Valor shoots from range. Sterling just about able to parry it behind. And this moment of ascendancy by Hollywood here at the end of the first half. Letitia sends it in. It's headed clear. Klose able to get onto the end of it, but the referee will blow for halftime. It has been more or less one-way traffic in favor of Reykjavik United. 11 shots to 3, 6 on target to 2, and that XG, more than 1 XG difference between the two sides, yet it remains 0-0 at the half. And the question remains, will Reykjavik be able to find that breakthrough to make good their lead in the second half? Or can Hollywood turn the tables on the three-time champion? Well, 3 consecutive times, at any rate. And it will be Reykjavik to get us started in the green, going left to right here in this second half. You see there on the graph in the upper left that match story. Reykjavik with a real onslaught of chances there toward the first half as Chicken nabbing the ball off of Muller. It's a through ball to Jean-Claude Goddamn. Valor there to contest. and manages to get a block in just in time, forcing the corner. And here's Andrews finding Rashford on the box. Chicken back out to Andrews. And Andrews is ruled offside. Reykjavik certainly gaining momentum as that first half went on, but Hollywood had their own couple of chances at the end of the first half too, as their casual firing just wide. It'll be Chicken to take the corner kick rather. Finding Casual, but not quite able to get it on target. Chicken firing again. This time, Hall able to push it over the bar. Yet another corner for Reykjavik. It's Andrews to take this time. Finds Rashford on the edge of the box. To Jean-Claude Goddamn. Hall pushes it behind again. Has been equal to the challenge today. Chicken now. Once again to the edge of the box is Andrews. Yore back out to Chicken. Yore had a shot, but Chicken ruled offside. As we approach the 60-minute mark, Reykjavik looked the likelier to score, but have yet to do so. Goddamn to Chicken. Chicken back to Goddamn. It's headed out by the Hollywood defense. Andrews finding Scarpetta on the run. Scarpetta back to Casual, and Valor sends it clear. Andrews there to get onto the loose ball. Pressured by Klose, but sending it back forward. And of course, Reykjavik will be looking for that strong start to potentially win a fourth consecutive SSL Major Division Championship. Certainly the team to beat in the SSL right now. Only 2 league defeats from the last 3 seasons. Rashford, 2 possible. Tried to square to Casual, but the defense was there. Cut it out. Yore back up to Possible. Possible with the cross. Tried to find the head of Casual. Hall with another excellent save. Chicken, the corner, sent in. Klose and Yore fighting for it. Here's Chicken again. Back to Yore. Muller gets a foot in. Now, Dieter, forward for Hollywood. Here's Martel. Martel is fouled by Scarpetta. And I think the story of the match has been an inspired performance from Dexter Hall, as we have another corner from Reykjavik. Corner in, Scarpetta. And it's pushed back out. And Andrews ruled offside for Reykjavik. And right there again, a good example, Hall with another excellent save. And as time winds down, he is one of the biggest reasons Hollywood have held out, although it's not over yet, as Andrews sends in the corner. Gerard gets ahead to it. Valor mopping up and sending it up the field. Now Aerosol back forward to Chicken. Aerosol forward into Chicken, who found Goddamn, but Goddamn missing wide. Time ticking away for Reykjavik to find a goal from this match. This would be a very strong draw for Hollywood if they can hold on to it, with only 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Scarpetta sending it long. Letitia first to it though. Forward to Lightning. Dieter. Now Hollywood coming forward. Muffin. Letitia now coming forward. Could this be the moment? Letitia forcing a save out of Sterling. And it's a corner to Hollywood late on. What a story this would be if they could nick a late winner here. It is Gerard to take the corner. Sending it in. It's headed back out to Gerard. Arisov sends it long. And it's been a very resolute performance from Hollywood as Martel tries to pass into Dieter. It doesn't quite get there. And that will be it. A very, very resolute performance from Hollywood. Reykjavik United, despite 26 shots, 15 on target, and 3.7 XG, just could not solve the Rubik's Cube that was the Hollywood defense, and certainly couldn't get it past Dexter Hall in goal for Hollywood. That could be a very important result later in the season, depending on how the rest of the season shakes out. But full credit there to Dexter Hall in goal. With a 9.2 rating, deservedly player of the match for Hollywood here. So Reykjavik, despite dominating the chances created, simply cannot break through Hollywood, and it ends 0-0. And now for our final match of the day, it will be Catalonia against Black Forest, or Schwarzwalder, perhaps. Apologies for my German, but this should be a very interesting match indeed. Catalonia, who had a couple of rough seasons, ended up as last year's runner-up and will be looking to build on that performance to potentially go one step further this season. It's a very backloaded formation there for Catalonia. And as for Schwarzwalder, it looks like a 4-4-2, but slightly offset to that left-hand side there. Be very interesting to see how these systems match up. They're two very unorthodox systems. We'll have to see who ends up on top. It will be Schwarzwalder in the black and white stripes, starting us off, going from left to right. Catalonia in the red and yellow. Peterson to Tucker. Back to Peterson. Ball in, tried to find Deanne, but headed clear by Mann. Peterson's dribble sent into touch by Ryan. Peterson into Tucker, trying to cut past the defenders. Deanne with a strong shot, and it's forced over by Mann in defense. Peterson. Tucker with a shot from distance, but behind for a goal kick. Catalonia passing among their defense. Ryan. Aloisi sends it back. Here's Leaf Fist, formerly of Kapstad. Maple. Tenderloin. Back up to Mann. Here's Mann now. Into the box. And has a shot, but into the side netting. Never really troubling the goalkeeper there. There's Blink. Blink with the through ball to Deanne. Deanne, it pinged off a few players there. Ultimately ruled a goal kick. It must have come off a Schwarzwalder shirt last. Mann now bringing it up the near wing. 1-2 with Negatoro Maradona. Mann fires. It's pushed over by Saran Satsral. It will be a Catalonia corner kick. Try saying that 5 times fast. Man, ball in, and it's another save from Saran Setsural. And sending it in, it was Tenderloin who got ahead to it, but nothing doing on that occasion. Fist, dribbling to the center, finds Man. Man trying to put it past the keeper. Looked like the target was on target, but Plink got the block in. Spared Black Forest blushes there. Catalonia seeming to have some success with that unorthodox formation. Not sure what you'd call it. I suppose I'd have to see it again to give it a proper numeral designation. But here come Schwarzwalder again. Gintonic shoots from distance. Neuer parries it behind. Now a Black Forest corner. Gintonic finds Tucker, both on the edge of the box. Busquets getting a foot in. Peterson now. Back to Gintonic. Maxwell in space. To Plink. Into the box. Finds Deanne. Plays it back to Plink, who's forced outside the box. But there is Gintonic centrally. And Gintonic fires past Neuer to put SFV ahead in the late stages of the first half. Well, Plink was forced outside there. Found Gintonic in a very good position. Gintonic firing home from the volley. An incredible feat of athleticism there. And SFV will gladly take that. As time winds down here in the first half, here is Plink with the cross, headed clear. Almost, but Tucker putting it past Neuer. And SFV have a second just before the break. Well, it was headed. They thought it was headed clear, but Bull heading down for Tucker, or rather, footing it down for Tucker. Apologies, and Tucker indeed onside there. And so, rather than 1-0 up, SFB go into the break 2-0 up on Catalonia. First, that incredible volley from Zinedine Gintonic, and then that great move from Heather Bull to Rob Tucker. And that is the difference after 45 minutes. With Catalonia, last season's runners-up, certainly will need to find some sort of advantage if they're going to reclaim at least that status or even take the next step. We do have changes. Maximiliano and Bohum coming on for SFV. Men now with the corner for Catalonia. Tenderloin back to Man. Man dribbling past Tucker. Looked like he was going to score, but deflected behind for another corner. Here is Man. Crosses in. Close to Negatoro Maradona. Busquets' pass in is intercepted. I'm sorry, I said Bohum came in. I meant Zerhuni. Zerhuni and Maximiliano coming on in midfield for Schwarzwalder. Perhaps an attempt by SFV to slow the game down, kill off any hopes of a comeback. And as time ticks down, if that is the goal. They seem to be succeeding, as here is Tucker. Back out to Plink. Gets past Staines. It had a shot from a tight angle. Neuer having no trouble claiming that. But with only just over 10 minutes remaining, is an SFV corner. Zerhuni to Peterson. Peterson dribbling through the box, and Spoon able to deflect that up and behind. Now here is Deanne. Sends it to the far post. And it goes out into touch for a throw in. Goal finds Peterson. Peterson to Tucker. And Tucker forces another save out of Neuer. Peterson with the corner in. It's headed clear by the Catalonia defense. Here's Tucker again. Drifts past Maple. And Neuer another save. Dan's ball in this time. Once again, tried to go far corner, and this time over the bar. Here's Aloisi. Crossing over to Nagatoro Maradona. Aloisi back to Ryan. Liam Ryan has one back for Catalonia. And all of a sudden, it is game on once again. Nagatoro Maradona sending the long ball to Aloisi, who sent it back for Ryan, who's running into the box late. And a powerful shot at the far post beats Saranset's-Ral. And Catalonia might still be in with a shout in this one. Grosswalder had been able to remain resolute, but now their deficit cut down to 1, and very nearly getting one back though. And Zerhuni sending it over the bar. But that 5-1-1-1-2, I would guess, for Catalonia finally bearing fruit. Although Tucker coming forward nearly scored a dagger for Schwarzwalder. Less than a minute to play in stoppage time. The long pass was poor. Fisk getting under the end of it. Retaining possession. Nagatoro Maradona. And Saranset's-Ral making a very timely save to prevent the equalizer. Man will take the corner. 2 minutes have elapsed. It is at the discretion of the referee now as Man sends it in. It's headed clear by Tucker, and that is that. Despite a late surge by Catalonia, they were unable to overcome the 2-0 deficit. And it ends 2-1 in favor of Black Forest. A pair of very well constructed goals right before the break. The volley by Zinedine Gentonic, and then that goal in stoppage time by Rob Tucker. But it is Peregrine Plink who will take home player of the match honors for 7 key passes and an assist. And a very important win for the Black Forest. Well, that is it for match day 1. Some very exciting matches, some very exciting moments from this slate of matches. And it promises to be yet another very exciting season here in the SSL. Until next time, this has been Metafiction, and I'll see you soon.